Chapter 7, Parents, Teachers and Coaches. Where do mindset comes from? That means this chapter is about the origin of that mindset. That means where it is coming from. Now, is it coming from parents or teachers or coaches? Now, teacher with fixed mindsets create an atmosphere of judging. These teachers look at students' beginning performance and decides who is smart and who is dumb, and then they give up on dumb ones. That means there are some teachers who are of fixed mindset. So we have experienced this thing in our life also. Teacher with fixed mindset look at students initial performance, that means beginning performance, and they decide who is smart or who is dumb, and they give up on the dumb ones. So this kind of mindset they have. Study of internal monologue. Understanding that a lot of problems were result of preoccupation with providing myself to be smart and avoiding failures helped me to get out self-destructive pattern I was living in. So there is an internal monologue. That means how we are dealing with problems internally in mind. So understanding that is important. That means I understood that lot of my problems were result of preoccupation with providing myself with smart and in avoiding failure. That means a person is inside his mind, he is proving himself as a smart person to himself. Then he avoid failures, and in his mind he trying to avoid failure, and he is considering himself as a smart person in his mind. So it creates a self-destructive pattern also. So he is living in a self-destructive pattern also, so which should be broken. So that is a understanding of that thing of fixed mindset in our mind is important. So author studied monologues of her patient named Tony. Tony's internal monologue went from I am naturally gifted, I don't need to study, I don't need to sleep, I am superior. So this was Tony's internal monologue. First it was that I am superior than others, then I don't need to study. Then it shifted to I am losing it, I can't understand things, I can't remember things what I am now. So this is another monologue. So it was shifted from first I am superior to I can't remember things what I am now. Then it is shifted to that. Now after counseling it is shifting to that. Then it is shifted to don't worry so much about being smart, don't worry so much about avoiding failures, that becomes self destructive. Let's start to study, sleep, and get on with life. That means then it shifted to don't worry so much about being smart. You don't have to do so much avoiding failures, etc. So his mindset is shifting now. First it was like I am superior, then it shifted to understand then it shifted to I am a failure, and now it is shifted to don't worry so much about being smart. So this is his mindset is shifting now. Brain forms new connections and grow when people practice new things. When you learn new things, these tiny connections in brain actually multiply and get stronger. The more that you challenge your mind to learn, the more your brain cells grow. That means brain forms a new connection. So it forms in brain that there are tiny connections which are multiplying and which are getting stronger also. So it is real. That means when you grow, when you have a growth mindset, so in brain also the brain chemistry, brains what can we say, growth in real sense, or an organ sense. If we consider brain as an organ, it is also growing when you have a growth mindset. Now things that you once found very hard or impossible, like speaking a foreign language or doing algebra, seem to become easy. The result is a stronger and smarter brain. That means after when you have growth in your brain, or when you have a growth kind of thinking, things that are first seems to be impossible, they become uh, general, like common, like speaking a foreign language or doing a algebra, etc. So these are things. We don't judge babies as dumb because they cannot talk. They just have not learned how to talk. That means if a baby or a child he cannot talk, then we don't consider him or her as a dumb person, because she is infant or she has to learn a lot. So the thing is, she haven't learned yet that how to talk. So that is the problem, that she haven't learned that how should we talk. She haven't learned that, so that is the problem. In the end, many people with the fixed mindset understand that their cloak of specialness was really a suit of armor they built to feel safe, strong, and worthy. While it may have protected them early on, later it constricted their growth, sent them to self defeating battles, and cut them off from satisfying mutual relationships. So the author says here that she has an experience at the beginning. Cloak of specialness, that means armor of specialness, was really feeling people safe, made people feel safe at first and protected them early on, but later it constricted their growth. That means later on it was uh, not allowing them to grow. So this was about this fixed mindset. So it constricted their growth, sent them to self-defeating battles. That means sent them to self-destructive thought patterns. Then that growth fixed mindset sent people to self-destructing thought patterns. That means self-defeating battles, and cut them off from satisfying mutual relationship. Cut them off from satisfying mutual relationships. That means cut them off means it avoided them from satisfying mutual relationships. People in a fixed mindset often run away from their problems. So it is observed that people who are in fixed mindset, they are running away from their problems. Now the dilemma: you have seen everything, you have a fulfilling. So this is an example of fixed mindset person, that is, he has a dilemma in his mind. So this is a example for study that we are studying right now. This is an example. You have seen everything. So the fixed mindset person is talking this or saying this. You have seen everything. First, you have a fulfilling career, and a loving marriage. This was first. Then second is a wonderful children. Third is devoted friends. So there is a person who has a fixed mindset, and he is thinking this, that he has a fulfilling career, loving marriage, he has a wonderful children, then he has devoted friends. So that means this person is talking that, but one of those things is not true. But one of those things is not true. So unfortunately sometimes this happens, that one of these things is not true of that fixed minded person, but in his mind he is thinking that everything is okay, everything is okay. So but one of the things is not true to you. Your marriage is ending. It's not that there haven't been signs, but you chose to misinterpret them. That means it is not that you are not getting any signs, or you are not knowing that. So your marriage is ending, but this is in reality your marriage is ending, his marriage is ending, but in his mind he is not accepting that, because he is a fixed minded person. Now you were fulfilling your idea of man's role or woman's role, and couldn't hear your partner's desire for more communication and more sharing of your lives. So in his mind he was not accepting that first. Then he were fulfilling that his idea that a man's role or a woman's role, and couldn't hear your partner's desire for more communication and more sharing of your lives. By time you wake up and notice it's too late, your spouse has disengaged emotionally from relationship. That means in his mind everything is going well, but in reality he is not paying attention to his spouse or his problems. The spouse relationship with spouse is his problem, actual problem, but in his mind there is no problem. That's why he is not dealing with it. Here author is saying that you were fulfilling your idea of man's role and woman's role and couldn't hear your partner's desire. That means he was busy in understanding his he was busy in his man's role or woman's role, and he could not hear his partner's desire. So he's not paying attention to his partner. That is what the problem is. And for more sharing of your lives, by time you wake up and notice it's too late, your spouse has disengaged emotionally from relationship. So when he actually understand that his marriage is ending or has ended, uh, at that point it has already his partner has already disengaged. That means it is uncurable. At that point his spouse has disengaged emotionally from relationship, so that relationship is broken now. So because he did not pay attention to his problems. Fixed mindset reaction. So in this part we will discuss about reaction of fixed mindset people. You have always felt sorry for divorced people, abandoned people, and now you are one of them. You lose all sense of worth. Your partner, who knew you intimately, does not want to be with you anymore. That means that fixed minded person is now thinking that he is one of the abandoned people or divorced people. He is one of them, and he always felt sorry about them. So uh, so he is feeling sorry about that is fixed mindset reaction. For months you don't feel like going on, convinced that even your children would be better off you without you. That means he is trying to convince himself that he is now divorced, and he is thinking about his children also. So will they be comfortable with your divorce? It takes you a while to get to a point where you feel at all useful or competent or hopeful. Now comes the hard part, because even though you feel better about yourself, you are still in a fixed mindset. That means he is trying to change now, and here comes the changing part now. You are embarking on a lifetime of judging. With everything good that happens, your internal voice says, maybe I am okay after all. That means he is now changing. His mindset is now changing, and here his internal voice is saying that maybe I am okay after all. But with everything bad that happens, the voice says, my spouse was right. Every new person you meet is judged as a potential. So that means that with everything bad that is happening, the voice says that my spouse was right. That means his internal voice is saying that his spouse was right and he was wrong, because he is in a fixed mindset and he is not accepting that divorce still. The growth mindset step. First, it's not that the marriage which you used to think of as inherently good suddenly turned out to have been all bad or always bad. It was an evolving thing that had stopped developing for lack of nourishment. That means while following growth mindset step, you should know that it was an evolving thing that had stopped developing for lack of nourishment. That means it is okay that you are going through a divorce. That means it was just a thing that was stopped because of lack of nourishment. So this is the first step. This is the part of growth mindset step. You need to think about how both you and your spouse contributed to this, and especially about why you were not able to hear the request for greater closeness and sharing. As you probe you realize that in your fixed mindset you saw your partner's request as a criticism of you that you didn't want to hear. That means there you have to understand in growth mindset that your partners complain or partners saying or his or her opinion is not a criticism, or it's not a criticism, it's a request. So you are understanding that your partner's criticism was a request, so which you didn't want to hear. So it was a request that you didn't want to hear. So you should understand this thing also in growth mindset. When a relationship goes sour, these are the issues we all need to explore in depth, not to judge ourselves for what went wrong, but to overcome our fears and learn communication skills we will need to build better relationships in future. So we can take these issues from our previous relationships and use them in future to make relationships better relationships in future also. So this can be helpful also in future. Ultimately, a growth mindset allows people to carry forth not judgments and bitterness but a new understanding and new skills. It's someone in your life trying to tell you something you are refusing to hear. Step into growth mindset you are refusing to hear. That means ultimately, growth mindsets allow people to hear others' request or better their relationships, to make better relationships. It is allowing them. So growth mindset is useful for allowing that also. So ultimately, a growth mindset allows people to carry forth not judgments and bitterness but a new understanding and new skills. That means it allows new understanding and new skills. It's someone in your life trying to tell you something you are refusing to hear. Step into growth mindset. That means it's someone trying to tell you, or is someone requesting you are refusing to hear. Then step into growth mindset. So growth mindset is about that. Changing your child's mindset. Many of our children, our most precious resource, are stuck in fixed mindset. That means children are our most precious resource and they are stuck in a fixed mindset. That means uh, they think they are thinking in a fixed mindset. For example, a child talks often about all things he can do and other children can't. So for example, there is a child, he is talking about all things he can do and others cannot, other children can't. When you and your spouse tell him that other children are not dumb, they just have not they just not have practiced as much as he has, he refuses to believe it. That means he thinks that other children are dumb and he is smarter than them. So this comes under fixed mindset. He watches things carefully at school and then comes home and reports. Even when the teacher shows us something new, I can do it better than them. I don't have to practice. So it is his mindset that he don't have to practice. He can do the things better. So it is his opinion. The growth minded step. You decide that rather than trying to talk him take him out of fixed mindset, you have to live with growth mindset. At dinner table each evening, so this is what things you can do to improve your children or child. At dinner table each evening, you and your partner structure the discussion around the growth mindset. So you can discuss in dinner table so that his mindset will be changed. You can ask questions like, what did you learn today? What mistakes did you make that taught you something? That means, what did you learn today? What mistakes you did that taught you something? What did you try hard at today? You go around table with each question, excitedly discussing your own one and one another's effort, strategies, setbacks, and learning. That means you can ask your children that what he or she has learned today. So you talk about skills you have today that you didn't have yesterday because of practice you put in. You dramatize mistakes you made that held the key to the solution, telling it like mystery story. So it is because so you can talk about skills. That means how you did improve as a parent in your life from mistakes have you learned. So you can tell your children that. When he talks about how easy everything is for him at school, you all say, "Oh, that's too bad. You are not learning. You can find something harder to do so you could learn more." When he so you can ask him, you can tell him that it is good that everything is easy for him, but you are not learning anything, so you should try something harder. When he boasts about being a champ, you say champs are the people who work the hardest. That means when he say that I am a champ, or he's saying that I am a champ, you can say that champs are the people who work the hardest. You can become a champ tomorrow. Tell me something you have done to become a champ. That means tell me something you have done to become a champ. That means what you have learned harder, and what you are learning today. So you should ask him that. For a long time your son remains attracted to the fixed mindset. He loves the idea that he is inherently special, case closed. That means he is thinking that he don't have to work, he don't have to practice, so he is a special case which is closed. So he thinks about that. He doesn't love the idea that he has to work every day for some little gain in skill or knowledge. Stardom shouldn't be so taxing. That means he is thinking that he has to work every day for some little gain in skill or knowledge, so he has to work every day. So he should learn that. Now, mindset and willpower. Sometimes we don't want to change ourselves very much. We just want to drop some pounds and keep them off. That means we don't want to change ourselves, or we are not willing to change ourselves, or stop smoking or control our anger. Some people think about this in a fixed mindset way. If you are strong and have willpower, you can do it. But if you are weak and don't have willpower, you can't. That means willpower matters here. If you are strong and have a willpower, you can control your anger, you can stop your smoking, etc. Now, people who think this way may firmly resolve to do something, but they will take no special measures to make sure they succeed. That means people who think this way, that is in fixed mindset, they don't take any special efforts for solving their problems. Next time you try to do diet, think of Nathan and remember that willpower is not just a thing you have or don't have. It needs help. That means when you are thinking about dieting, or when you are thinking about a resolution, a new year resolution, you should think that you should understand that it should be done on regular basis. So it is not like if you're doing resolution or something, you have to do it on regular basis. You have to make it habit, as a regular exercise. If you want to do diet, then you can do regular exercise, you can eat healthy food regularly. So you have to, it should be this way. Now, growth mindset and self control. Some people think about losing weight or controlling their anger in growth mindset way. They realize that to succeed they'll need to learn and practice strategies that work for them. That means the growth minded people understand that they will need to learn and practice strategies. So learning is important in growth mindset. Just like them, people in a growth mindset don't merely make New Year's resolution and wait to see if they stick to them. They understand the diet, they need to stick to plan, they may need to keep dessert out of their house, or think in advance about what to order in a restaurant. That means the people doing diet in a growth mindset, they understand that they can't make New Year's resolution. So they need to know that they have to keep desserts out of house, or think in advance about what to order in a restaurant. So this is about growth mindset people. You can also learn to loosen up of some of your TV rules now that each one is not a test of your partner's respect for you. With time you might even gain a sense of humor about them. For example, if your spouse leaves for some snacks in living room, and you might point at offending items and ask sternly what is meaning of this. So this means in a relationship also, in a growth mindset, if you are willing to improve your relationship, you can ask your spouse in a humorous way that what is meaning of this. If she or he leaves socks on sofa, or if she leaves or her dress on sofa, so which is not organized properly. So instead of doing a fight or having a fight, you can say it humorously that what is meaning of this. People in growth mindset don't merely make New Year's resolutions and wait to see if they stick to them. That means people in growth mindset, they are not making a New Year's resolution, and uh, they know that making a New Year's resolution does not solve their problem. Now, maintaining change, whether people change their mindset in order to further their career, heal from loss, help their children thrive, lose weight, or control their anger, change needs to be maintained. That means change needs to be maintained. That means whenever you are changing from fixed mindset to growth mindset, it should be maintained also. So these are few examples of that in order to further their career, that means having progress in career, then heal from loss, that means from a financial loss, etc. Help their children thrive, that means changing their mindset, helping their children in studies, in sports, etc. Then lose their own weight, that means exercising, having healthy. Then control their anger, that means it helps in relationships also. So it should be maintained also. It's amazing. Once a problem improves, people often stop doing what caused it to improve. People often stop doing what caused it to improve. Once you feel better, you stop taking your medicine. That means once you are feeling better, that means once you are changing, you can stop taking your medicine. That means some people do that they stop growing, or they stop learning new things. So you should not do that. Now, this is why mindset change is not about picking up a few tricks. In fact, if someone stays inside a fixed mindset and uses growth strategies, mindset change is about stays inside a fixed mindset and using growth strategies. That means uh, it is about having growth. That means you should not stop learning. Learn and help learn. Every day presents you with the ways to grow and help people you care about grow. How can you remember to look for these chances? Each morning as you contemplate the day in front of you, try to ask yourself these questions. Copy them over and paste them on your mirror. That means on each morning you can think about these opportunities when you can help others also to change their mindset, and to allow them for growing. What are opportunities for learning and grow today? For myself, for the people around me. As you think of opportunities, from a plan and ask when, where, and how will I embark on my plan. So this is a concrete plan. This can be said as concrete plan. So asking yourself where, when, where, and how will I embark on my plan. That means you should think about how will I grow, then when will I grow, where will I start, and how will I grow. So you should think about those growth steps and help others also to grow. The road ahead. Change can be tough, but I have never heard anyone say it was not worth it. Maybe they are just rationalizing. That means change can be tough, but it pays off. So you should understand that change is tough, but it pays off. So you should follow that path. The way people who have gone through a painful initiation say it was worth it, but people who have changed can tell you how their lives have been enhanced. That means people who have changed can tell you how their lives has been enhanced. That means growth on a long term basis is a good thing. They can tell you about things they have now that they wouldn't have had, and ways they feel now that they wouldn't have felt. That means they are improving now. So these people can tell you that. Did changing growth mindset solve all my problems? No. So this is very important issue, that did changing growth mindset solve all my problems? No, but I know that I have a different life because of it, a richer one. That means we will have a different life because of it. That means a richer life. That means it is okay to have problems, and growth mindset is not solving all of your problems, but it is giving us a richer life. So that is why we should opt for a growth mindset. And now I am a more alive, courageous, and I am a open person because of it. That means because of growth mindset, now I am a more open person. It's for you to decide whether change is right for you now. Maybe it is, maybe it is not. But either way, keep the growth mindset in your thoughts. When you bump up against obstacles, you can turn to it. It will always be there for you, showing you path in the future. That means this is very important paragraph. And now I am more alive, courageous, and open person. But that means now I am ready to face any challenge. That means I have a courage. I am not scared of anything. I am a open person. That means I am a open minded person. I share my problems with other people. Because of that, now it's for you to decide whether change is right for you now. That means it is for you to decide whether the change is right for you or no. So am I changing, is my change is am I changing, is it correct or is it not correct? You can decide that. Either way, keep growth mindset in your thoughts. That means even if you have problems, you can keep growth mindset in your thoughts. Then when you bump up against obstacles, you can turn to it. That means when you are facing problems, that means you are bumping up against obstacles, you can face it. That means you are improving from it. It will always be there for you. Growth mindset will always be there for you, showing you right path in the future. That means the growth mindset that you have will help you by solving those problems and learning from them. This kind of mindset will be always there with you in future.